What's up, everyone? I just want to share what's in my mind right now. So I really am realizing that life is so simple and we make it so chaotic. And that chaos gives us anxiety because we're so scattered. We don't have the ability to bring our energy into ourselves and actually have the awareness to live in the present moment. So really realizing that is all we need is to let go of all the things that we think we need to think about and worry about and do and accomplish and keep up with in order to maintain our image or our worth. We need to let go of all of that and realize that the only thing that really matters is who we are right now in this moment. And who we are right now in this moment is the exact same that it was 5 years ago and 5 years from now. So this part of us that is right here, right now in this moment is unchanging. And it is always with us. Always with us. You have the ability to choose in every single moment what you want for yourself and what's good. And if you aren't too distracted by the world and you can actually come into alignment with yourself and say, what is possible for me in this moment and what could I do? What do I want to do? What would bring me the most joy? How could I express the most love in this moment? Like, what do I want to choose for myself? That is possible for us, but we just get so caught up in this other way of being that we think is how we're supposed to live and act, and we feel this pressure to do certain things and be certain things and work a certain way and accomplish certain things in order to just survive. So I'm realizing that is all a lie, and the truth is that there's literally nothing we need to do. Like, it's enough just to exist in this moment without feeling like you have to do anything. You don't need to rush through this video so that you can complete your next task. You don't need to you don't need to complete the next 10 things on your to-do list before you have 10 minutes to relax. Like, you can afford. It's so funny that we use the term afford and spend time on as if our time is a currency. Like, you can afford 10 minutes to yourself to relax. You can afford that. It's not going to cost you anything to give that to yourself. Just take it. You deserve it. And you're allowed to spend your time on things that give you joy, on things that relax you, on things that make you feel good. Spend your time, your energy on that, because maybe time and energy are actually the same thing. Because there is no time. Time is only the passing of this moment. And at each moment that passes, we create a bit of time on the timeline, and we're moving towards future things and we're leaving behind the past. We're moving in time. But each moment is only pure potential, pure energy, pure consciousness. And when you have the awareness, the ability to choose in each moment where you want to go and what you want to do, you're creating you're creating your wildest dreams. And you have the ability to create whatever you want when you're able to stay present with yourself and choose in every moment to create something. Because when you're choosing, you're directing yourself. But if you're constantly distracted and caught up in the shoulds and the coulds and the what ifs and the fears and the this person told me I need to do this in order to get this and all that bullshit, when you're not caught up in that, you have the freedom to truly choose the life that you want. And yeah, it's just beautiful. But anyways, I was saying something about energy and time being the same thing, which is just such an interesting thing. Like, there is no such thing as time. It's only energy moving through space. And time is the thing we use to measure how far that energy has gone. Isn't that fucking weird to think about? So, you spend your energy the same way you spend your time. And you can afford to spend your time and your energy on things that actually help you to grow. Because the more you grow, the more energy you have, the more energy you're intaking in yourself, the more energy you have inside of you, helping you to grow and produce the fruit that you want in your life. So the more time you spend in the garden, planting, making sure that your life is getting the nutrients and the water and the sunshine that it needs, the more time you spend feeding your energy, the more energy you have to grow, and the more time you will have to spend actually giving your energy, like, in ways that you desire, if that makes any sense. But all that aside, I've realized that all of my problems are so insignificant. And I simply just keep forgetting how simple it is. I just keep forgetting. I keep forgetting. I keep forgetting. I forget instantaneously. And it's just so ridiculous because it's like, whoa, like, I feel like, I don't know, like, what could I be if I actually remembered this all the time? And anyways, I'm working on that. But I'm also realizing that one of the things I've been thinking about, how's my battery doing? I'll try and wrap this up. So one of the things that I've been thinking about over the last, 6 months to a year is my, like, childhood, but like I guess my entire childhood up till like age 12 or something. Like, what did I do? How did I spend my time when I was completely free? Because I didn't have to work, I didn't have these anxious pressures on me to do things besides like family dynamics and like trauma and besides family dynamics and the chaos that comes from living in a household of people who are not like healthy. Besides that, I was cared for and I was free to express myself. And I've been thinking about what it was that I would do. How did I spend my time in those days? Because I was so free to do whatever I wanted. And just thinking about those like really beautiful memories that I have from that time in my life. Like, I don't know, like from when I was born until I was 7 is a certain period of life because I lived in Alberta and then we moved here. So from 7 to 13, there's like these 2 periods of my childhood, and this one's I was so little, but we had like, I don't know, it was just such a dream life. Like when I think about my years 7 and younger, it was such a dream. Like, it's such a dream to think about those memories because they are just iconic and beautiful, and maybe I'll throw up some pictures to show what my childhood was like at that age, because it was a dream. Anyways, when I got a little bit older, I remember spending a lot of time in my room. I was a very secluded person. My family didn't really hang out a lot. So I was in my room a lot, and I did a lot of writing. I did a lot of like creative stuff, like drawing and coloring, and I spent a lot of time on the computer on like the Paint app and like playing video games on the computer, because I was that age, and I guess I was into like Nintendo and stuff. Like I loved video games. I loved art. I loved music. I would listen to all kinds of music all the time. And like sing and dance and like make up like choreographed dances, and there was just so many things. I was in gymnastics, so I loved doing flips and jumping in the water and like climbing things and obstacle courses and like being crazy. Like I was such a free, like sporadic child, and I'm not that anymore. Like I've toned myself way back and way down, and I'm just like such a weird human now. Like I don't act like I did when I was a kid. Like the other day this was a few weeks ago, but I was at the liquor store in the parking lot, and I was sitting in my car about to leave, and I saw this like 12-year-old boy, and he must have been shopping with his mom, and his mom, they had brought a cart to their car, and he was bringing the cart back to the building. And he was like walking the cart back to the building and did the weirdest, wonkiest dance. Like just didn't give a fuck what anybody thought about him. And I was like, what would people think if I did that? Like what if I was just bringing what if I was just bringing my cart back to the cart house at Longo's, and I just like did a little fucking dance and like was jumping around? Like people would think I was crazy. But we look at a 12-year-old doing that and we're like, like why is it not okay for us to be crazy and weird like that? Like what is it that shuts that down in us? Like I hate that, because when I was younger, I loved that part of me. Like just being able to explore and like move and like spin and like flip and move my body and just like, I don't know, be like feisty and angsty and explorative and creative and just like weird. And we're not allowed to be that when we grow up. It's so strange. Like, anyways, so long story short, I've been thinking about the things that I really loved to do when I was younger, and I've been trying to bring them back into my life. So I'll maybe share with you a few projects that I've been working on, but I think I mean, the term creative renaissance has been tossed around a lot over the last 4 years, since 2020, and I feel it. Like, I feel it in so many ways, but I feel it in myself to start off with, because there's so many things that I want to create, and I want to just bring that back into my life and give myself the freedom to just do it without feeling this like weird adult pressure that I have to do things, and like I have to fit in this box, and I have to do this for this reason, for this amount of money, and blah blah blah. Like I need to just let that go and just be with myself and allow my energy to create whatever art I want to create, just because. So there's my message. Hopefully it's still recording, and see you later.